Alright, let's get into the gist right now. Remember to like this video, drop your comment below, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of our latest political updates. Now let's talk about what is happening between President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike. This issue is getting hotter by the day, and from all indications, the understanding that once existed between both men is now fading fast. People close to the presidency are whispering that Tinubu is no longer happy with the way Wike has been handling himself, and that the relationship they built during the election period is not as smooth as it used to be. When Wike was appointed as FCT minister, it looked like a strong alliance. Many believed it was a reward for helping Tinubu win key support during the presidential race. But right now, that friendship seems to be walking on a very thin line. President Tinubu is said to have given certain conditions that could lead to Wike's removal if things don't improve. The talk going around Abuja is that the president wants total loyalty and a calm image in his administration, but Wike is known for being bold and outspoken. Now viewers, before I continue, please like this video and subscribe. It helps the channel grow and helps us bring you more balanced political stories. Recently, the first sign of this disagreement came out during the appointment of the new INEC chairman. Tinubu appointed Professor Joash Amupitan, and reports said Wike was not pleased. Sources said he had another person in mind, someone he believed could protect his political interest. When that didn't happen, people noticed that Wike didn't attend a major Council of State meeting that followed. Some media houses even said he boycotted the meeting in protest. But other reports later explained that ministers are not regular members of that council, so his absence may have been overhyped. Still, many political observers see this as a sign that all is not well between both men. There is tension, even if it's silent tension. Now, let's remember that Wike has always been a strong character. He doesn't hide his feelings. When he speaks with force. But this same personality that helped him rise to power might also be causing him problems right now. People inside the APC are saying that his constant public appearances, interviews and political statements sometimes put the government in a tight corner. They say Wike is always in the news, and that it sometimes overshadows even the presidency's own message. And you know President Tinubu is a man who likes order and structure. So, there are talks that he might be planning to quietly reduce Wike's influence or even remove him if the situation continues this way. Some party elders have reportedly advised him to act before things get out of hand. Now, my people, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe. We bring you real political updates in a way you can understand, so show love by liking and subscribing now. Let's also remember that Wike's issue is not just about Abuja politics. It connects deeply to what's happening in Rivers State. Everyone knows about his long political fight with the current governor, Sim Fubara. That battle has divided the state into two major camps, those loyal to Wike and those standing with Fubara. The matter got so bad that at one point, the federal government had to step in to make peace. Tinubu himself played the role of a peacemaker, calling both of them to the table to settle their differences. Now imagine this, the same Wike who Tinubu once helped to reconcile with Fubara is now the one having issues with Tinubu himself. That is why many analysts are saying Wike is walking on political hot ground right now. He has strong influence, but his relationship with both his state and the presidency is shaky. As the story goes, Wike feels he has not been given enough respect inside Tinubu's cabinet. He feels some people around the president are trying to push him out and reduce his importance. On the other hand, Tinubu's loyalists say the president is tired of what they call Wike's political drama. They believe his style doesn't fit the calm image Tinubu wants for his government. Please, before I continue, take a moment to like this video and subscribe. Let's keep growing this community, where we explain Nigerian politics in simple, clear English. Now, back to the gist. The main condition Tinubu is said to have given is that Wike must tone down his public remarks, stop granting too many interviews that sound like campaign speeches, and focus on his duties as FCT minister. He is also expected to show more loyalty to the APC leadership instead of playing both sides between the ruling party and the opposition PDP, where he still has ties. But from Wike's angle, he doesn't like being controlled. Those who know him well say he wants to be respected for what he brings to the table. He sees himself as someone who helped Tinubu's government gain balance during the early days of power transition. He is proud of his achievements in the FCT roads, infrastructure, city renewal, and believes that performance should speak louder than politics. Still, Abuja is a place of quiet moves. When people begin to talk about conditions or sacking, it usually means that the relationship has already lost trust. So, the big question now is, will Tinubu really sack Wike, or will both men find a way to settle behind closed doors? Political observers are divided. Some believe Tinubu is too experienced to let this explode publicly. They say he might just reduce Wike's visibility and gradually take away some of his powers until the minister becomes less relevant. Others think Tinubu may eventually remove him if the tension continues. One thing that makes this whole situation more interesting is the 2027 election that's already on the horizon. Many politicians are already calculating their moves ahead of time, and Wike, being who he is, might also be planning something. He's known for making surprising decisions. If he feels pushed out, he could easily reposition himself politically and even form new alliances. That's why the presidency is being careful, because a Wike out of the circle can cause serious damage in the South-South region. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, my people. Let's keep the engagement high. Your support helps us bring these updates in simple English for everyone to enjoy. Now let's look at the wider meaning of this issue. This rift is not just about Wike and Tinubu. It's about power, loyalty, and control inside the ruling party. Tinubu wants to show that he is in charge and that every appointee must follow the same direction. Wike, on the other hand, has never been someone who follows quietly. He is confident, outspoken, and sometimes confrontational. When these two strong personalities meet, there will always be sparks. You can see how this pattern has followed Wike for years. When he was governor of Rivers, he had several fallouts, first with his party members, later with some national leaders. But somehow, he always managed to stay politically relevant. The same pattern is now repeating at the federal level. It's almost like Wike's political story is built on constant conflict and survival. Now, the latest reports show that Tinubu's close allies want a calmer cabinet. They want less drama, fewer distractions, and more focus on results. So, if Wike continues to stay in the news for the wrong reasons, it gives those people the excuse they need to tell the president to let him go. But remember, politics is about negotiation. It's not impossible for them to make peace. If both men can sit down and talk honestly, they might still find a middle ground. Maybe Wike tones down a bit, and Tinubu allows him some space to operate. The truth is, Wike is too experienced to be ignored, and Tinubu is too strategic to create an unnecessary enemy. So, this could still end with a quiet handshake rather than a public fight. Please remember to like this video right now if you are enjoying the gist, and subscribe to the channel. Let's hear your thoughts in the comment section too. Do you think Tinubu will really remove Wike, or do you believe they will patch things up soon? Whatever happens next, Nigerians are watching. The FCT is a major part of the country, and whoever controls it controls a lot of influence. The people want peace and progress, not endless political battles. So everyone is waiting to see how this story ends. For now, all eyes remain on Aso Rock and on Wike's next move. If we begin to see fewer public statements from him, that might mean he's trying to calm things down. But if he continues his strong tone, then we may be heading for another round of drama.